was like letting him in to see like who I've always been, because these people walked up and were like, we've known Connor Ann since she was 8 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you going to say?
Wait, was Connor bad at 8? When you killed that one cat or that one duck?
How fucking dare you bring that up here? Never speak of that on the pod.
I was just guessing. That really happened?
Oh my God. I've never told you. Oh my God,
you just outed yourself. You just outed yourself as a duck and cat killer live on Travel Nerds.
You very specifically said duck.
That was a guess. You look like you would be harmful to ducks. There was a streak for a week that every time I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I would buy something from like Cuts or Free Fly or one of these other kind of online first D2C brands. And then I would fall back asleep. And I've been taking this combination of pills, and my dreams well, that's another story, but I've been taking this combination of pills for my health and to help me sleep. And
which isn't working.
No, it's actually good. They're by a brand called Momentous. They're fantastic. But last night I woke up because I worked out too late in the day. And when I do that, it's just not good news for me.
Yes.
And so, but anyway, these pills make me, I can't tell the difference between my dreams and reality anymore. My dreams have gotten super weird. So I dreamt that I basically went on cuts.com. They're fantastic. And I bought a bunch of stuff. Now, when I woke up, I was like, oh, that was a funny dream. But then I was checking my emails later and I was like, oh no, I spent $250 at Cuts. And so now I've been sleeping with my phone away from me. So it's harder for me to basically go on a shopping spree at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so you can't sleep shop. Have you ever heard of those Ambien stories where people take Ambien and then they do crazy shit? Like there was one that I read where this lady, she woke up in the morning and she walks into her kitchen and there's just like 30 jars of peanut butter on her kitchen island. And she was freaked out. She was like, who the fuck like broke into my house and put all this peanut butter here? And what actually happened was she, in the middle of the night, woke up, drove to Walmart, bought like 30 jars of peanut butter at Walmart, came home, put them all, like arranged them all on her kitchen counter
like
in
a
formation.
What's going to happen?
In PB formation. And then she wakes up in the morning and scares the shit out of herself. She's like, who would do this to me? And it was like her on Ambien in her sleep.
Do you know what's super funny and weird about that story?
What?
Is that going to buy 30 jars of peanut butter at Walmart in the middle of the night is kind of on brand for Walmart. Like one batted an eye there.
No,
right?
no. They were like, you are the 7th person who has done this tonight. Totally.
This is a common occurrence here, and we're here for it. So, the person is just ringing up jar after jar. They don't even ask questions like, ma'am, what is all this peanut butter for? Now, if you were to try to roll into Publix or another grocery store and do 7 jars or 30 jars, you'd be judged. You'd maybe be arrested.
Many, as it is. 30's crazy. 30's like you are trying to, buy enough peanut butter to supply a whole elementary school.
It's like $400 worth of peanut butter.
This lady has PB till the end of time. She never has to buy it again. Oh my God.
That's like my dog's dream. If my dog went into our pantry and saw 30 jars of peanut butter, it would just be wagging its tail till eternity.
But does she know? She doesn't know what a jar of peanut butter is. She only knows the smell. So she wouldn't see the jars and be stoked. Yeah.
Have you met my dog? My dog 100% knows.
She's smart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. You got a One Question Friday for me today? It's One Question Friday, y'all. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We're here. We made it through another week and we have a fantastic question.
Amazing. All right.
I think we're going to get through this one pretty fast. So this user writes in and says, I was flying, my flight got changed and I got stuck in a middle seat and both people on both sides of me took my armrest. What are the rules of armrest etiquette for the middle seat?
Oh my God. Great controversial question. The problem is there are no rules. It is a lawless Wild,
it's a
wild
lawless,
west.
insane place. On those steel tubes that fly 500 miles an hour through the sky, there are no rules.
There are no rules. I feel like this might not be a popular opinion. If I got there first, not got there physically to the seat, but if I armrest, for whoever armrests first, you kind of have, agency to be like you're not going to split. You're not going to be like, hey, you get a half the flight. It's like whoever claims that shit first, it's theirs. I feel like. What do you think?
Connor, what kind of world do you want to live in? A world with no rules or etiquette? That's not how it should be. How it should be is the person in the middle is saddled with these two smelly, dirty people on both sides. They get both of the armrests. That wasn't
part of the situation that they're smelly and dirty.
This is America, things. So yeah, there are chances that they're not really well kept. But yeah, you definitely get both.
How dare you say totally that about Americans?
Both. Have you seen America? I mean, we're not doing too hot in like that arena.
The not being smelly arena, but Americans are fatter than most countries.
Americans are tipping the scale a little heavier statistically, and that's just empirically speaking. We're not saying that you should lose weight and it may lead to a healthier life. We're just saying that if you look around, it could. If you just,
we're not saying that either.
If you mess around and find out losing weight actually does a lot of great things for your health.
Mess around and find out being exercising. Yeah. If you fuck around and find out at the gym, you will realize your health issues are going away.
It turns out if you're a man and you can eat under 2,000 calories a day, I know you don't believe in the calorie thing. That's a debate for another day. But if you can eat under 2,000 calories a day and you can exercise maybe 3 to 5 times a week, you'll generally fix most of your issues. Okay,
I know. Listen, I don't want to get into this, but I have to. If you're out here counting calories really intensely, you're just like limiting the happiness you can feel in life. And it's also just not the best way to lose weight. And everyone is so different. Like you could go, some people, the keto diet is like a huge, help to losing weight. And I feel like that totally works for some people. I'm actually one of those people where like, if I eat a lot of fat, like a lot of like nuts and butter and avocados and like things like that, I do lose weight. For me, it's like, don't eat bread and rice for like a week and I will notice a difference. I feel like no one's really supposed to eat bread or lactose. Like no one's really supposed to like drink milk anymore.
But whole milk is so good. I've gotten into it so hard.
I've been drinking glasses of milk like it's 2005 out here with the Got Milk ads. I've been drinking milk lately.
Got Milk. The Got Milk ads are some of the most fascinating ads in consumer psychology that have ever happened. The milk industry for years tried to tout the health benefits of milk, calcium, stronger bones, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Milk sales were going nowhere. And then all of a sudden they gave you the little milk mustache and they made it cool and a bunch of celebrities and milk sales went through the roof. So it's one of those things where Americans would rather look cool and be unhealthy than be healthy and not look cool.
Look cool, you mean with the milk mustache? What do you mean look cool?
You know what? I was going through that and as you kind of challenged me, you're not walking around with a milk mustache. That would be weird and not cool. But I guess the cool factor of like, oh, Michael Jordan has a milk mustache and that's cool.
It did look cool on MJ. If there is one celebrity that you would want to see a milk mustache on, like in the ad, all nerdy style, who would it be?
I mean, Sydney Sweeney, she could wear a mustache and I'd be all in.
She could have a real mustache and I'd be into that.
Sydney Sweeney, if you want to come in and make this a reality, just let us know.
I'm going to make a clip of this so she sees, hey, Sydney. Yeah. So she sees it. Like I can get it all the way to her, think of how many avenues this clip would have to go through to reach Miss Sweeney herself.
No, she's out there promoting her new swimsuit line, a swimsuit and a milk collaboration. That could just be what she needs to boost sales. Nothing's cooler than having a milk mustache in a bikini. So Sydney Sweeney, true. Can we make this happen?
Want to look good in a bikini? Got milk? We'll workshop it. We'll workshop.
Yeah, the got milk thing and Sydney Sweeney in a bikini may walk some lines there.
Sydney Sweeney in a bikini. That's a great little saying. And I want to see it.
What about you? Are you going like Brad Pitt?
With a milk mustache? No, I'd have to go something funnier. I'd have to go
Tuna, your dog?
Someone very serious. Like I want to see I want to see Ron DeSantis do his presidential campaign with the milk stash.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. If the next debates, everyone had to have a milk mustache, that would be fantastic.
Let's make milk politically charged. Let's get Polly charged about milk.
Imagine if one of the political parties tried to claim milk as their thing.
Oh my God, that would be genius though. Like no one else is doing it, Like the secret to success is doing what no one else is doing. So we might have just cracked the code.
Imagine that travel nerds change the course of American history because one political strategist listens to travel nerds. They implement milk as a crucial part of their platform. And then
crucial. Milk is the pinnacle of success in politics.
Oat milk, whole milk, 2%, 1%, any kind of milk.
Any kind. They're about to make some crazy milk choices now. They already did cashews, almonds. We got oats. I don't even know how you do that. What else are they going to make milk out of? We should turn back to airlines.
Well, I do have a question. I've never seen milk on a plane, which is kind of interesting, but I was having this debate the other day. If you had to have one cocktail on a plane, what's your go-to cocktail on a plane? Ooh,
like that they already serve, or if I could have anything I wanted?
I mean, just dream big here.
Dream big? I could have like a spicy margarita on a plane. If I could hop off that plane feeling like I was just, getting tipsy at a Mexican restaurant on a Taco Tuesday, I would be happier in the airport. I would have a better trip experience. And can we talk about this? Why don't they have tequila on plane? Like there is not one plane where I've seen tequila being offered as an option. Why is that? Is that because tequila makes people take their clothes off and dance on tabletops? Is this what the airlines, are they being discriminatory against tequila?
Yeah, it was an Aero Mexico flight in 1999 where they used to serve tequila. And this lady, Cindy, she was a gringa from the States, and she just had too much tequila. And Cindy got crazy back in coach row 39.
Right.
And that was the day that they stopped serving tequila on a plane.
And they don't let you sit in row 39 for reasons we can't disclose.
Both of those things that we just said are completely made up.
Yeah, don't. That was fake. But really though, that is pretty much the only liquor I drink. Actually they did start doing those dirty martinis in a can. I would drink that. That would be awesome. But Delta
has a whole line of canned cocktails that are exceptional.
Exceptional. Wow. Coming from you. High praise. What else should we talk about that happens on planes?
All right. I have a question for you.
You have a question for me? Another one? All right.
I do.
Okay.
So you recently traveled for a wedding to Atlanta and you took a date with you who you're not official with.
I did.
Is going to a wedding with somebody who you're just dating, does that enhance the relationship or does it take away from the relationship? Because weddings, you're in the presence of love. It makes you start thinking about your own lot in life and your own place, what you want to be, where you want to, how do you see yourself? So I was interested to ask you, I saved it for the pod. Is this an accelerant or does it take back?
Great question. I didn't see this coming. So I'm going to just be honest because you're putting me on the spot. I feel like it was an accelerant, meaning like we had a really good time. I kept my expectations low, not like of him, just of the whole thing. I was like,
the wedding, the food was bad, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was trash. No, I'm just kidding. It was amazing. It was really fun. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, what if bride and groom don't listen to this? It was a great wedding though. It was cool. But
I do love judging every element of a wedding, but go ahead.
Yeah, especially, this person, like, it's kind of like representative of your personality, like your merged personality as like a couple. It was interesting to see, but it was a great wedding, and it was really on brand for like who they are, which is what you would want. Yeah, it's a lot, right? Because first of all, you're at the airport together. That's a whole ass thing. You get to see how somebody travels and what their travel style is. You're on a plane together, which I feel like you're like your true ass self on a plane. It's hard to like put on a show like I'm so cute all the time when you're like traveling, you're on a plane. And then
21B brings out the real you.
Dude. Yes. I was like complaining about something and he was like, I know, right? And I was like, oh my God, thank God you're on board with this, because this could have came off as me being crazy. And then you're like, we got an Airbnb. So it was like a little vacation, but also you go to this wedding and like, you cannot be the you that you are on like dates with this person. You're the you that all these people at this wedding, like, they've known me forever. So it was kind of interesting it was like letting him in to see like who I've always been, because these people walked up and were like, we've known Connor Ann since she was 8 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you going to say?
Wait, was Connor bad at 8? When you killed that one cat or that one duck? How
fucking dare you bring that up here? Never speak of that on the pod.
I was just guessing. That really happened?
Oh my God. I've never
Oh my God, you just outed
story.
Yourself. You just outed yourself as a duck and cat killer live on Travel Nerds.
You very specifically said duck.
That was a guess. You look like you would be harmful to ducks.
I feel like I have to tell it, but this is like my deepest, darkest secret and I'm not ready.
Okay. So go ahead and say it. Take a drink of the Connor Ann cup. Go ahead.
This is so fucked up. So when I was a wee lad, I was at my grandma's house. My grandma and grandpa lived in Iowa on a farm. So I grew up there like pretty much every summer of my life. And we would always go to the seed store because my grandpa needed seed for, the animals and whatnot.
One does in Iowa.
As one do. They go to the seed store. And this is such a sad story. And outside of the seed store, there were a bunch of ducks in like a cute little cardboard box. And, they were like for sale, like ducks for sale. And I told my grandpa, I was like, oh my God, I want a duck, Grandpa. I think I was like 5 or 6 or something. And my grandpa was like, all right, we'll take them all. So here, now we have 8 ducks. We're driving home in the car. I'm like, I'm really bonding with these ducks, and ducks like receive love, right? So they're like, this is our mother. I'm like 5.
You're the mother duck.
I'm the mother duck.
Connor, the mother duck.
It was clear to them that I was their mom. So we go back to the house.
The yellow hair, the red
totally.
lips. Yeah,
I scream duck. And so, and they were like, precious and very small. They were like very baby, as was I. So we went back to the house. I'm in the basement. I set up this whole city for them, right? I have like the duck grocery store. I got like the duck library. I got the duck, like their different little condos and like where they live. I've named them all. I'm attached. So it's me, a mother of 8. So these 8 ducklings are my responsibility. Nighttime rolls around, same day. And my grandma's like, dinner's ready. So, I come upstairs, I'm ready to eat dinner. I like pop down at the dinner table. We're like eating probably some Dutch meal my grandma made. And we're having a big, nice family dinner. And in the middle of dinner, my mom's like, how are the ducks doing, Con? Like, how's your little duck fam? And I'm like, oh, so good. just squeeze them and kiss them until they fell asleep. And everyone at the table like stops and looks at each other and they're like, oh my God, did she fucking murder all the dogs? So they go downstairs and
all of them?
all 8 of them.
Oh my God. The whole town was wiped out.
I'm literally crying.
You wiped out a whole village. You built them a town and you only let them live for half a day?
They were my kids, though. I reaped the sadness and I caused it. It was, wow. I didn't ever want anyone to know that, but it feels good, to be honest.
It's cathartic.
It's good to get it off my chest.
Well, it's good that only ranks as the 3rd worst thing that you've ever done. So next week we'll do number 2. And then the week after that, we'll do number 1. And the audience will know everything they need to know about you. And if they still hang around, we'll know that we have loyal fans.
Is that what that means? All right. Or they just like love how like dark and twisted I am. And that's why they're really here. I'll tell the worst thing I've ever done on episode 100. So you got to stick around.
Oh, okay.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Hit the notification. You need to tune in because if you thought murdering a village of little, innocent, sweet, soft baby ducks was the worst.
They were so soft.
You ain't heard nothing yet.
I'm like, was I 5? Was I older? I don't fucking know.
Was I 15? Was I 21?
Last year? I don't want to know. Yeah,
we'll
that
put
memory,
you at age 7, 8, still innocent where, you didn't really know what was happening.
I feel like 8's a little fucked up. 8's like, that's serial killer tendencies. 5, no, we'll just let it slide,
5, yeah, 5, you let it slide for sure. Yeah, I would say that's fair.
Yeah. So, whoever gets there first gets the armrest.
Yeah, I would say that's total BS. And this actually links back because of your dark and twisted path. You would think that the strong and the aggressive rule the world, but really it's the kind and the generous.
Is it though?
No, it's not. It's actually the ruthless and aggressive end up taking everything in the world. But if I'm on the plane, what I'm going to do is I will gift you this armrest for the entirety of the flight because I'm on either the window or the aisle. Especially if you're on the aisle, you better not take the window armrest. That wouldn't be right. But maybe it is right for you because you're a savage. So I don't know.
I don't know. It depends too. Like if the person sitting next to me like is like really sweet and angelic, I'm like, you can have it. Like, I don't want my karma to get all twisted from this armrest, basically.
Yeah.
You know that it's not worth the karmic aversion.
Yeah, we had Caitlin Busker on the podcast a few episodes ago. She was awesome. You should definitely check out her episode. And she has one of the coolest and funniest pet peeves on a plane. But as a woman, I don't know if you've ever run into this or have noticed it, but when guys sit on a plane or really any seat where they're next to you and they just spread out their legs as if their knees cannot be closer than like 6 inches apart or else they will melt and turn to butter. Have you ever, now there's a name for it. Is it called?
It's called ball space.
It's called what?
What were you about to say that we can't say it? And then I just said it. You can't say ball space on the pod?
No, I think you can say ball space, but I think it's more like Kate had a name for it. I'll have to text her, or we're going to see her at happy hour later this afternoon. So,
really?
Yeah, I think she's going to come, her and Andrew. So yeah, but have you ever run into it where dudes will just be sitting there, legs spread wide open?
Yeah.
Is that annoying for you as a woman?
Can I be honest with you? I'm usually the one doing that. So it's like, I do it first and then then they're sitting there like a little girl the whole time because like, what are you going to do? Tell me to move? Nah, I don't think so.
So you just roll up,
yeah,
just get those knees out there, east and west, and you just claim your space.
Yeah. My wingspan on a plane comes from the knees. I got sweatpants on. I don't want anybody up in my grill. I think that's a real douche move. Obviously, I advocate for men trying to cater towards like, okay, she's a woman. I'm not going to like be all up in her space. Like that is what men should be thinking. It's not, just because fucking society. But I feel like she's totally allowed to say, hey dude, can you resituate? Because you're like 40% up in my bubble. Like, I feel like it's okay to be like, hi, sir, have you ever heard of personal space? I think you can say that.
I think the pro move would just be like, you just tap him and you're like, good sir, do you mind if I just help you out for just 5 seconds? And he'll say yes, right? Because you seem nice and innocent. And then you just take your two little paws and you take his knees and you just close them together and be like, much better.
Excuse me, sir, I'm going to physically touch you right now.
Do you mind if I physically touch you? It'll only be 5 seconds and it won't be that unpleasant. And he'll be like,
go for it.
Touch me on a plane. Like, where's this going? And then all of a sudden the two paws just go, you just move them together. And you're like, that's much better. Thank you. We're going to be so much more comfortable. And we will be so much more comfortable. And we may even end this plane trip together as friends. So thank you for keeping your legs out of my space and good day.
If you could reduce your ball space by 100%, sir, that would be preferred.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's hysterical. I'm going to try that next time. I'll report back.
Yeah. If you try it with me, that would be rude. So don't try that. But.
Well, no, I can't. I have to do it with an unsuspecting subject.
But ever since Kate kind of spoiled that, I am more cognizant of like, just don't sit like that.
Well, that's why we're talking about it. We're trying to create awareness,
We're trying to have less fights and less uncomfortable moments on planes.
That's
uncomfortable. Really the goal of travel
nerds. Less uncomfortable moments on planes. That is Travel Nerds' mission here.
Yeah.
That is our mission here. That's hysterical. Well, I'm disappointed in myself that I told that story. I might cut it out. We'll see.
You're not going to cut it out. You have to keep it in. The fans want
people,
authentic Connor.
But
no one's going to blame
Connor
you for
sucks.
what you did.
I'm just kidding.
No, Connor, don't say that.
Don't
be
kidding.
fishing for compliments either. Okay.
I am. Tell me how great I am now. I feel like I just don't, I don't want the people to see me differently.
They're not going to see you're a kid. It's like I told my wife, like, I can't be held accountable for the things I did 5 years ago. I mean, so
yes, you can.
5 years, that's 1,500 plus days. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm a totally different person. I looked at myself 5 years ago. I had a way better hairline. I was much skinnier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a whole new me.
I mean, tell that to like criminal records though. Don't tell that to the justice system.
I'm not doing anything illegal per se.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. I did get in a little trouble in Canada once upon a time, but that's for another day.
Oh God, I love that snafu of a story. We'll tell you guys that one day when you're really lucky. It's mad juicy. And basically, Kenny would have been doing this podcast from a Canadian prison if things went differently.
Now, the rules are a little bit different in Canada. So in Canada, this is a cardinal offense. In America, people would snicker. So just a little bit different. Different places have different rules. But in the moment, I did feel like, we could do the rules.
Like different laws in different countries?
Yeah, totally. We could do that.
Let's do that. That'd be a good one.
We'll have to have a guest for that one because I don't know if I want to do all that research. That seems like a lot.
A guest about international laws?
Rule and law. Honestly, whenever I travel, I feel like I'm always on my best behavior because I don't want to be an American in any kind of prison, to be honest. I don't want to be in any prison, but I don't want to be in a foreign prison for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I travel like an angel, best behavior.
An angel.
You've traveled with me. How kind and respectful. Yeah,
honestly, you are suspiciously kind and respectful when you're traveling. I will say, you can hang your hat on that. Okay, you guys, you ready? Let's get out of here.
Let's do it. One Question Friday. It's over.
Tell me what you guys think of these. Like, are they funny? Do Kenny and I like get too unhinged? Do you love it? Do you want to hear more stories about me doing fucked up shit as a child? I can pull some out. I have more. Okay, you guys, join us next Wednesday. We have an awesome guest, and next Friday for One Question Fridays. So I guess we'll see you in the very near future. If you have any questions that you want us to talk about on the pod, email them to hello@travelnerds.co, and you're emailing straight to me. So I'd love to talk to you and hear from you. All right. Later, nerds.